Right now, so our next speaker's got about 3 minutes. But before we move on to that next slide, I don't know if you guys noticed the big A in the middle, but that's a fine institution of higher learning at Arizona, one right there. Just wanted to make sure you guys understood that. That's why it was there. It just popped up in the middle. I don't know why. But moving on, I'm going to bring up Ken Wright. He's going to talk a little bit about fundraising, and he's got 3 minutes. I'm going to time him so we can get out of here at a good hour. But he's going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we're doing fundraising-wise and some opportunities that we have. So, without further ado, Mr. Ken Wright.
Thank you, everybody. I try to be very short and sweet. I talk very fast, so 3 minutes I can get a lot in, trust me. I thank you, first of all, for your time tonight and being here. Being a parent myself with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old at home, I know how valuable your time is, and we thank you much. I think you're getting a good impression of what our staff is and what we're trying to create here. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, is this going to correlate to wins? And I think it will. I trust these guys are going to make it happen. But I promise you, when your young son comes out of our school, they're going to come out a 9 or a 10 in the character scale and is a good person. I think that's the most important thing. I'm a teacher here on campus. I teach AP Comparative Politics and Avid, and I'm very blessed just to be part of the staff. I was delegated with responsibility of coordinating the fundraising department, which often isn't the fun thing. And I'm not going to ask you for money yet, but I am going to ask you for some time and hopefully a little bit of your support as well. If you can pull out this little yellow piece of paper, a yellow packet that was given to you, and I'm not going to cover it all, I'm going to try to do it to be very short and sweet, but talking to Coach Pomelli and Coach Baird, one of the things that we wanted to create is we really wanted to tie into a mission statement, the idea of a family atmosphere. And we wanted to create an avenue that we gave for parents of football supporters to kind of be members and kind of work with us as coaches. And you kind of, if you go to the second page over, we have a mission statement, and I'm not going to read to you because I'm working on a 13-hour day here, and I don't feel like reading to anybody more else today. But basically, the Touchdown Club is kind of a go-between between the coaches, the parents, and then, of course, the football staff. And it's got a lot of ideas. And we work in partnership with our booster club. We encourage you to join our booster club. But we wanted kind of a football family, if you will. And it's not necessarily just fundraising. It could just be helping set up something. It could be moral support. It could be stirring the sticks for Gatorades. It could be anything you're willing to donate your time for. I think you know the situation with our budget. Our budget cuts are going to hurt really bad. Our district's going to lose about 121 teachers, 17 from El Camino. I'm going to be one of them, hopefully not. So I would love to say that everything's perfect and we have unlimited resources to pull from, but that clearly is not the case. And I'm sure your economic standpoint is much the same as well. So what we've decided is we've kind of created a team, an organizational planning team, on how we're going to be able to try to create funds for our program. Because our program, football program, is not cheap. Uniforms cost money, and there's a lot of various things. So what we did is we created a list of fundraisers that included as part of the Touchdown Club. Like I said, we're going to work in partnership with our booster club, and we're going to basically try to find ways to raise funds for our football program. Within that, we have basically created, I think, 6 different fundraisers or events. We have Wildcat gear sales, the Brown and Gold Game fundraiser, our North County passing tournament, and then we have some other upcoming events, some really large ones as well. Our youth clinic, we're going to do an entertainment card blitz, an alumni legends party, and then of course the Wildcat tailgate party. The very first fundraiser that we're going to start with is going to be a cookie dough sales, and we're actually going to start that tomorrow. We have one of the representatives coming into the first period class, and he's going to pitch it to the players and basically let them know what they're going to do. And kind of my job tonight is to let you as parents know what we're going to do with that as well. And the function of these fundraisers is to basically be able to put money away and pay for the various goods. So the cookie dough sales is going to start tomorrow. It's going to go for 2 weeks. Basically, your son's going to come home tomorrow with a little cookie dough order sheet, and it basically shows what these cookies look like. Now, I know a lot of you are probably tentative going, I don't want those big tubs of cookies, I've seen those before. These are a little bit tight, they're pre-portioned cookies, they come in a little rectangular box. Looks kind of like that. They have 48 cookies, and you basically put them in the oven at 350 and cook them, and they're pretty good. Coach, they're pretty good.
Really good.
We sampled them for you, so we can attest. And my little child said they were good, so I promise you that. It is what it is. It's a way for us to start trying to raise some funds. What we've decided to do is try to get you parents on board with this as well. So we're going to ask that hopefully the players in the first period class can try to sell 5 boxes of cookies. Basically what they do is they'll take the order form around, they'll talk to the people, figure out who wants to order the cookies, they'll take a list, we'll send it away to the company, the cookies come back about a week later, they distribute it to the people turn in the money, everything comes back in, and we're done with it. The idea is we're going to try to get everyone to sell hopefully 5 boxes of cookies. They're roughly about $14 each. That includes about, let's say, 48 cookies or almost 2 pounds of cookie dough. It will stay in the freezer for a year, and it'll stay in the refrigerator for 6 months. So it's good for quite a while. That's kind of the goal. What we're going to, the added incentive we're going to do for parents is if you can sell more than 5, for each additional 5 that you sell, we'll credit $25 towards the Kids Spirit Pack. It's not a lot, but I think everything helps in tough economic times. So that's going to be one of our first fundraisers. We're going to have plenty of other ones that are going to go along with that. With that said, I invite you to please consider joining the Touchdown Club. Any kind of support you can give to our program is needed. You know, they often say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, in this case, it's going to take a community to build a football team. And we've already got the foundation of the team going, but we do need some more support. We can't do it ourselves. Along those lines as well, I really encourage you to also think about becoming members of our Booster Club. Like we said, we work in partnership with both of them. I think they're both great organizations. Our Touchdown Club is going to service primarily football, where the Booster organization is going to take care of the entire Wildcat athletic football family. And as a former tennis coach, all of our sports programs can really use some help. So, I think that's beyond my 3 minutes. I do thank you for your time. I want to take the opportunity to introduce our Booster Club president, who's got some great things planned, has been doing great jobs. That'll be Coach John Taylor.
I wanted to mention that there's some protein somewhere in those cookies, so